let's imagine that I need to update the plant schedule, and if I zoom out a little, here's the schedule. I'm actually going to redraw the whole thing, so I'll go gCADPlus, plant schedules, plant schedule, and custom content. Do I want to put the symbol in? And I'm simply answering these questions down here in the command area. We'll say yes, because we want it to look like the one showing. The red markers, again, no. Include a type, no. Include a code, yes. Include pot size, yes. Include the botanical name and the common name. Do we want to put botanical name on top of a common name under? The answer to that's no. And I'm going to set a height of 500, and I'd like you to see what we get when we look at that schedule. So we're asked for a corner point, and I'll say there, and actually there. What will happen is you'll notice that we've got some funny things going on with the text. If I select the new plant schedule, we can move it from, say, there down out of the way, and the existing one, and I'll zoom in on it. Can you see it? The existing one has been drawn with a different font and indeed a different style. So I'll get rid of the earlier attempt, and we'll just concentrate now on looking at this newly drawn schedule. And you'll notice that if we zoom in a little again, notice that the text being used in the plant schedule, the new plant schedule, matches the text up here in the labels for various parts of the design. And the labels have been done with a leader, and there's a particular leader style, and I'm just puzzled as to why the leader style is the same as we have in the plant schedule. Well, it's important when you're doing this sort of work to recognize what text styles have been set and which one is current. So there's a text style called standard running, and it's using a Windows font, a free font with Windows 10 called Ink Free. And if I now, and it's set as current, but let me set a style called Roman S, which uses a Roman S font, and this time it's now going to be made current, and we'll say OK, and let's draw that schedule again. And again, the custom schedule. Do I want the plant schedule in? And again, I'm just responding to these questions down here, so we'll say yes, and circle markers no. Just leave the setting exactly the same as I did before, and hit enter. There's the corner point. This time it should just update this one, and away it goes, and we're back to the earlier looking plant schedule, where if we go in here and edit the block, the text has been labelled with whatever is the current text style. That's Roman S. So had we, as we didn't, because we did not pay attention to what the current text style was set, we had left it set as style standard and style and font ink free. I'm actually in favour of, under text styles, sort of naming them after the font. So if I'm going to have one called Century Gothic, I'd click in here and rename this one Century Gothic. It gets quite confusing when you have a style called standard and a style called ink free, and again I'd be renaming that. Pick another font. You could even create a new style called standard and just pick a standard inbuilt font, and use it in that way. So it's really important to manage your text styles carefully when you are generating these plant schedules, as you see here. Because the font is a little different, you might want to just run that again and take a wider pick point and just expand it a little. Another way of coping with things, if you want closer text, is to dive in here into your format, pick text styles, and just say, oh, its width, Roman S has got a width of 0.9, so you could even bring that down to 0.75 if you want it, and OK that, and generate the schedule again, and the text will be a little closer together. There are 50mm deep tube, just indicates that this column should be expanded with, so we should go for our next plant schedule a little narrower but a little further down. So let's do it again, and here we are, just changing our settings slightly, making the plant schedule a little narrower and a little deeper, gets us this nice result.